What if the greatest treasure of all time was never gold or silver, but the secret to transforming your very soul? Throughout history, whispers of an ancient science have echoed through hidden chambers, sacred texts, and the cryptic teachings of mystics. This was no ordinary knowledge. It was the forbidden art of alchemical transformation, a process so powerful that it promised not just the transmutation of metals, but the evolution of human consciousness itself. But here's the secret few understand: true alchemy was never about turning lead into gold. That was merely a veil, a riddle for the uninitiated. The real gold was something far greater, the transmutation of the self. Yet, the path to this transformation is not written in plain words. It is hidden in symbols, encoded in myths, and buried beneath layers of secrecy. Only those with the eyes to see and the will to seek can unlock its mysteries. And so, we stand at the threshold of an ancient journey, one taken by sages, mystics, and seekers for centuries. But where does one begin? What are the first steps in alchemical transformation? To understand this, we must go back to the origins of alchemy, to the minds that preserved its secrets, and to the symbols that hold the key to its hidden wisdom. The transformation is real, the path exists, but are you ready to take the first step? The origins of alchemy stretch back into the shadows of time, whispered among the sages of ancient Egypt, Persia, India, and China. Though separated by vast distances, these civilizations all spoke of a sacred science, a process by which a mortal being could refine and purify themselves, unlocking a divine potential hidden within. But where did this knowledge come from? Was it merely the product of human curiosity, or something more? In ancient Egypt, the city of Hermopolis was home to the teachings of Thoth, the god of wisdom, whom the Greeks later called Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice-great master of sacred knowledge. His teachings, recorded in the legendary Emerald Tablet, contained the cryptic phrase, "As above, so below, as within, so without." This simple yet profound axiom is the foundation of alchemy. It speaks of the mirroring between the material and the spiritual, the outer and the inner, the cosmos and the soul. To the true seeker, it reveals that alchemy is not merely about changing metals, but about changing oneself, ascending to a higher state of being. The Chinese Taoists spoke of a similar process, but instead of gold, their focus was internal alchemy, the refining of life energy, or qi, through breathwork, meditation, and the balance of yin and yang. They believed that by mastering these forces within the body, one could achieve longevity, wisdom, and even immortality. Meanwhile, in the West, alchemy was preserved and expanded by the Islamic scholars of the Golden Age. Figures like Jabir ibn Hayyan, Jibr, wrote of the magnum opus, or great work, describing the transformation of base materials into something pure and perfected. This knowledge, in turn, was passed down to the European alchemists, including Paracelsus, Isaac Newton, and the mysterious Nicholas Flamel, all of whom sought the legendary philosopher's stone, the ultimate key to transformation. But as time passed, something strange happened. The true meaning of alchemy was lost, hidden behind symbols, shrouded in secrecy, or dismissed as mere superstition. The ruling elites, religious authorities, and scientific institutions buried its deeper truths, either fearing its power or misunderstanding its purpose. Yet, those who looked beyond the surface saw the truth. Alchemy was never just about changing matter, it was about changing consciousness. The lead was not mere metal, it was the unrefined soul. The gold was not mere wealth, it was spiritual enlightenment. And the first step toward this transformation is one of awareness, to awaken from the illusion that we are ordinary, powerless beings. But if alchemy is truly a path of inner transformation, how does one begin this journey? The answers lie in the sacred process known as the magnum opus, the great work of the soul. And to take the first step, we must understand the fundamental stages of this alchemical rebirth. The path of alchemy is often depicted as a mystical journey of fire and purification, known as the magnum opus, or the great work. Though different traditions express it in unique ways, the essence remains the same: to dissolve the false self, refine the inner being, and awaken the divine within. This process unfolds in three fundamental stages, each representing a different level of transformation: nigredo, blackening; albedo, whitening; and rubedo, reddening. 1. Nigredo, the blackening, the death of the old self. Before gold can be created, the impurities must be burned away. Nigredo is the stage of decomposition and destruction, where everything false, limited, and unrefined within us is brought to the surface. In psychological terms, this is the dark night of the soul, a period of inner turmoil, where illusions crumble, attachments are stripped away, and one is forced to confront their own shadow. The ancient alchemists symbolized nigredo with images of death, decay, and putrefaction. The black crow, the burning ashes, the dismembered king, all of these symbolized the dissolution of the ego, the shattering of false identity. But why is this suffering necessary? Because just as fire refines metal, hardship refines the soul. It forces us to face our deepest fears, wounds, and unconscious patterns, breaking down what is false so that something new can emerge. Mystical insight. Many spiritual initiates throughout history, Buddha, Jesus, and countless sages, underwent profound trials before attaining enlightenment. Their suffering was not punishment, it was purification. 2. Albedo, the whitening, the purification of the soul. Once the old self has been burned away, the soul enters a state of purification. This is albedo, the stage of clarity, inner peace, and deep spiritual awakening. Symbolized by the rising dawn, silver, and the purified white dove, albedo represents the emergence of light from the darkness. At this stage, the seeker experiences profound realizations, synchronicities, and moments of deep connection with the universe. It is here that the soul begins to align with truth, shedding the burdens of past conditioning and stepping into a higher state of awareness. How is albedo achieved? Through meditation, contemplation, and inner discipline. It is the practice of stillness, the refinement of perception, and the ability to see beyond the illusions of the material world. Many who reach this stage report a sense of detachment from worldly concerns, not in a disconnected way, but in a liberating way. The external world no longer dictates their inner state. 3. Rubedo, the reddening, the birth of the divine self. The final stage is rubedo, the completion of the great work. It is the birth of the philosopher's stone, the emergence of the perfected self, the full embodiment of spiritual wisdom in human form. Represented by the phoenix rising from the ashes. Rubedo is the union of the material and the spiritual, the merging of the higher self with the earthly self. It is where wisdom is not just known, but lived. This is the state of true mastery, where the individual not only understands esoteric truths but becomes an expression of them. It is the embodiment of divine consciousness within the physical world. Few reach this stage in a single lifetime, but those who do are the ones we remember, the sages, the enlightened ones, the great teachers whose very presence changes the world around them. Mystical insight. This is why ancient kings, pharaohs, and sages were often depicted wearing red robes. It symbolized the completion of the great work, the transformation from ordinary human to living embodiment of divine wisdom. The journey is not linear. While these three stages appear sequential, in reality, the path of transformation is cyclical. One may go through multiple nigredo moments in life, each time burning away deeper layers of illusion. Every great seeker, mystic, and philosopher has walked this path, passing through darkness into light, and ultimately, becoming a vessel for higher consciousness. But how does one actively move through these stages? The answer lies in practical alchemical techniques, methods passed down by ancient masters to accelerate transformation. Now that we understand the three stages of alchemical transformation, nigredo, blackening, albedo, whitening, and rubedo, reddening, the question remains, how can we actively move through these stages? The ancient alchemists did not leave this process to chance. They developed hidden practices, rituals, and meditative techniques designed to accelerate transformation. These methods were encoded in cryptic symbols and allegories, hidden from the uninitiated. But today, we will unveil some of these secrets. 1. The art of inner purification, nigredo practices. To be reborn, one must first die. The emerald tablet, nigredo, the stage of dissolution and breaking down, is one of inner confrontation. To purify the soul, One must face their shadow, the hidden fears, traumas, and attachments that shape their reality. Practice, the shadow work ritual. This ancient practice, used in various mystical traditions, involves deep self-inquiry to unearth hidden aspects of the psyche. Step 1. Identify your triggers. What situations, people, or emotions provoke a strong reaction in you? These are windows into your unresolved inner wounds. Step 2. Observe without judgment, rather than suppressing or reacting. Simply witness your emotions. Ask, what is this feeling trying to teach me? Step 3. Write it down. Journal about your emotions, tracing them back to their roots. Often, patterns emerge from childhood, past experiences, or even past lives. Step 4. Alchemical release. Visualize your fears and attachments burning away in an imaginary sacred fire. Imagine yourself stepping out renewed, free from the old constraints. Many ancient schools of wisdom, including Sufism, Hermeticism, and Zen Buddhism, emphasize this deep self-examination as the foundation of transformation. Without confronting the darkness within, one cannot truly awaken the light. 2. Awakening the light within. Albedo practices. Cleanse the mirror of your soul, and the divine light will shine through. Once the false self is stripped away, the soul is ready to be purified. This is the realm of albedo, where clarity, higher perception, and spiritual vision emerge. Practice, the lunar meditation, cleansing the soul. This ancient meditation, used by Egyptian and Taoist mystics, involves working with the moon's reflective energy to cleanse the inner self. Step 1. Find a quiet place at night, sit comfortably and focus on your breath. If possible, do this under the moonlight. Step 2. Visualize silver light. Imagine a brilliant silver-white light descending from the moon, pouring into your body like a waterfall. Step 3. Wash away impurities. Envision this light washing away negativity, illusions, and past burdens, leaving you feeling lighter and clearer. Step 4. Receive higher guidance. Ask a question to the universe, and remain still. Insights often come as images, emotions, or sudden realizations. This technique aligns with the ancient principle of purification through light, a practice found in alchemy, Kabbalah, and Vedic traditions. It prepares the soul for the final transformation, Rubido, the birth of divine wisdom. 3. Embodying the divine self. Rubido practices. Know thyself, and thou shalt know the secrets of the gods and the universe. Temple of Apollo at Delphi. Rubido is not just about enlightenment, it is about living enlightenment. It is where wisdom is no longer just understood, but embodied in every thought, action, and word. Practice, the philosopher's fire, activating the inner gold. In esoteric traditions, it is said that the true alchemical fire burns within. It is the divine energy that, once awakened, transforms a person into a conscious creator. Step 1. Stand in the sunlight, if possible. Practice this at sunrise or sunset, times of powerful spiritual energy. Step 2. Breathe in golden light. Close your eyes and imagine golden fire entering your body with each breath, filling every cell with divine vitality. Step 3. Affirm your highest self. Silently repeat, I am aligned with my highest path. I radiate wisdom, love, and power. Step 4. Express your inner gold. Commit to a single act of creation, service, or self-mastery that embodies your awakened self. In ancient Egyptian mystery schools, initiates practiced this solar invocation to attune themselves to divine intelligence. The idea was simple, as above, so below. When we align with higher light, we become vessels of it. Alchemy is a living path. These practices are not just symbolic, they are real tools for transformation. They work because they activate universal laws. Nigredo dissolves the false self, clearing old limitations. Albedo refines the inner being, opening the mind to divine wisdom. Rubido integrates enlightenment into daily life, making one a conscious creator. But alchemy is not a quick fix, it is a journey, a sacred process of inner evolution. Each stage must be lived, experienced, and integrated. The great alchemists knew this truth. Alchemy is not about turning metal into gold, it is about turning the human soul into divine gold. Alchemy is not a philosophy, it is a way of life. The ancient masters understood that transformation was not just a mystical concept, it was a practical, Daily practice. True alchemy happens not in hidden laboratories, but in the way we think, act, and interact with the world. Now, let's explore how these esoteric principles can be applied to everyday life, relationships, career, personal growth, and spiritual mastery. 1. Alchemy in relationships, the art of transmutation. True love is the merging of souls, refining each other like fire purifies gold. In alchemical traditions, human relationships are seen as crucibles of transformation. They expose weaknesses, challenge egos, and force us to evolve. But here's the secret. Every person we encounter is a mirror reflecting something within us, our wounds, fears, desires, and unresolved karma. The alchemical approach to conflict, instead of reacting with anger, blame, or defense, ask, what part of myself is being shown through this experience? What belief or wound is this conflict revealing? The philosopher's stone of relationships. True harmony comes when both partners commit to their own inner work rather than trying to fix each other. Alchemists called this the sacred union, when two evolved souls merge in harmony, amplifying their spiritual power. Daily practice. If a relationship is difficult, view it as an alchemical fire meant to refine you. Shift from reaction to reflection, and transmute challenges into wisdom. 2. Alchemy in career, turning work into gold. A master does not seek wealth, he transforms his work into gold. Alchemy teaches that your work is not just a means to survive, it is an extension of your soul's essence. But why do so many people feel trapped, uninspired, or unfulfilled in their careers? Because they approach work mechanically, rather than alchemically. The alchemical work formula. Nigredo, dissolve limiting beliefs, challenge any belief that says, I must do what I hate to survive. Albedo, purify your intentions, align your work with your values and highest purpose. Rubedo, infuse gold into your work, whatever job you do, bring excellence, creativity, and service into it. The energy you give determines the energy you receive. Daily practice, ask, how can I bring more mastery, passion, and creativity into my work today? 3. Alchemy in personal growth, becoming the living gold. To change the world, change yourself first. Every thought, emotion, and habit you cultivate shapes your reality. Most people live unconsciously, repeating the same patterns, but the alchemist lives intentionally, shaping reality through awareness and willpower. Break the loop, identify repetitive patterns holding you back, self-doubt, fear, or procrastination. Purify your mind, replace self-limiting beliefs with empowering truths. Embody your highest self, act as if you are already the person you aspire to be. Daily practice. Before you act, pause and ask, is this choice aligned with my highest path? This simple awareness shifts reality over time. 4. The ultimate alchemy, manifestation reality creation. As above, so below, as within, so without. Ancient alchemists understood what modern quantum physics now confirms: consciousness shapes reality. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs send out a frequency that influences your external world. If you learn to master your inner state, you master your reality. The 3 steps of alchemical manifestation. Step 1. Clarify your intention, fire element. Be crystal clear about what you desire. Write it down in vivid detail. Step 2. Align emotion action, water air elements. Feel as if it's already real. Speak, think, and act in alignment with that reality. Step 3. Surrender trust, earth element. Let go of desperation. Trust the universe's timing and allow the transformation to unfold. Daily practice. Before you sleep, visualize yourself already living the reality you desire. Feel it, believe it, and trust it. The final revelation: you are the alchemist. Alchemy is not just an ancient science. It is the blueprint of creation, the secret code behind all transformation. It is not locked away in secret texts or mystical symbols, it is within you. Every time you transform pain into wisdom, failure into growth, fear into love, you are practicing the greatest alchemy of all. So, the question is no longer, is alchemy real? The real question is, will you use it to transform your life? Your next step: claim the philosopher's stone. If this knowledge resonated with you, let us know in the comments. What stage of transformation are you in right now? Nigredo, facing the shadows. Albedo, seeking clarity and purification. Rubido, ready to embody your highest self. If you wish to continue uncovering lost wisdom, subscribe and join us on this path of transformation. The great work has begun. Are you ready?